How you doing, everybody? John here, and in this video I'm going to answer a question that I got about 2 weeks ago, and that is, how intense should your workouts be with your clients, especially in the beginning? And this is going to be very important because as a personal trainer or as a fitness professional, you're going to come across people with different levels of conditioning and different levels of pain threshold. So if you were to give a workout that's too easy to a client with a high pain threshold, then they're likely to say, this guy or girl isn't what I'm looking for. However, if you give a workout that is too hard to somebody with a low pain threshold, the client will say, this is too much for me, I can't handle this, let me look elsewhere. So it's very important to understand how to find that sweet spot and how to communicate to the client that they're going to be in that sweet spot until they prove you differently, while at the same time helping them to see results. So I'm going to show you what I've learned and what I do to make sure that my clients see success without overworking them and then demoralizing them. But before I do, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that link up there and subscribe to my newsletter, as I send out short articles every Monday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, click on the YouTube icon, as I make videos every Wednesday based on questions that I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and to this YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find the information in this video helpful, click on the like button below the player, because every like that I get helps this channel. So let's start off with a quick story. This was about 8 years, maybe 6 years into my personal training career. So I kind of already knew how to work a client. I knew what was intense, I know what was not intense, but I was presented with a client by the head trainer at the personal training gym that I was working in. And I talked to the client a little bit and I said, well, what would you like to do today? And she said, just throw the house at me. I'm in great shape. I like to work out. I like to run. I know what I'm doing. Give me the hardest work that you can. I said, Miss, I'm sure that you think you know what you can do, but why don't we pull back a little bit? Why don't I give you a slightly easier workout? She says, no, I want the hardest workout that you can give me, make me work. And in the back of my mind, I say, I'm going to give her a slightly intense workout, but I'm not going to completely smoke her out. So everything is body weight, a little bit higher volume with a little bit of plyometrics mixed in. At the end of the workout, this client thanks me. She says, this is the greatest workout I've ever had. I can't wait to see it again. Thanks for the awesome workout. Let's fast forward a week. We go over to the personal trainer's meeting, and then the head trainer turns to me and says, that client that you saw last week, I don't know what you did to her, but she called me and she said, I can't move, I can't walk, I can't sit on the toilet, this trainer worked me too hard, I'll never come back, I'm so demoralized, and kind of reamed me for giving her too hard of a workout. And in my mind, I'm thinking, number one, I knew better, number two, I told her, and number three, she thanked me for this workout. But in the end, the workout was too hard for her. She had a low pain threshold, the late onset muscle soreness set in, and then she went crying like crazy. So I learned to never do that again, and I haven't since. But I have a boot camp where I service 50 clients, and at any time I have a new person coming in, they're walking into a preset syllabus, so I have to make sure that they don't walk out of the class and then the next day can't walk. So how do I help myself, and how can you help yourself? The first thing that you want to do is educate, educate, educate. You never want to take a client onto the floor before you go over goals, and I give my clients a full fitness profile. If you've never heard of the Fit Pro Calculator, it's an application that I developed and used to make sure that I take my clients' weight, body fat, anthropometric measurements, check out their calories, and gives me an idea of what they want to accomplish and what they have to do to get there. The most important part about that is it gives me an opportunity to focus on nutrition, because we all know that although clients think that the harder the workout, the better, the more the sweat, the better, the more the breathing, the better, the sore, the better, we know as fitness professionals that if a client is not eating properly, the workout doesn't make any difference. And I go out of my way to let my clients know, hey, listen, the workouts are going to be great, they're going to be fun, they're going to be ever-changing, they're going to be very effective, but you need to work on nutrition. So I couple that with the information that, listen, I don't know your intensity level. You may be great, you may be just starting off, but we're not going to risk anything. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that this workout is a little bit low of an intensity. Also, people on their first day will be full of adrenaline, full of optimism, and they'll work harder than they typically will. So I tell my clients, listen, I'm going to pull you back. I'm going to have you do less weight than you think you can do, less reps than you think you can do, for less time than you think you can do, and our first day is going to be a test day. we're gonna see how you feel the next day. All right, because we never know how hard a workout is until the day after. So delayed onset muscle soreness has about 24 to 48 hours to settle in. If you're not sore, I'll be happy to drop the hammer on you in the next workout. But the first workout is essentially going to be a test. However, I will be very hard on you in the area of nutrition. So I set them up on my FitnessPal. I teach them how to journal. I let them know what foods they want to take in. And I am a taskmaster in that aspect, because you can't hurt a client by telling them to eat more vegetables. You can't hurt a client by telling them to put down all the alcohol or put down all the junk food. And if you establish yourself as somebody that's going to keep the client accountable, they will be more likely to put their trust in you, even if the workout is not as intense as they expected the first time around, because your discipline with nutrition is going to have the same kind of effect on the client when it comes to showing that you're going to keep them accountable and that you're tough and the whole nine. Now, if you're struggling with putting together great workouts, I've seen a lot of success with everybody that's walked through my door, and it's basically the same syllabus that is allocating about 40% to strength, 60% to cardio, and it's full body workouts, and it spans a number of different workout structures, such as a 15x2, a 4x3, a Tabata, and a time-based workout. And I've laid all of that in my Dumbbells to Dollars course. So if you've never checked out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, in addition to teaching you how to market, how to plan, how to go out on your own, how to start your own business, and how to nutritionally coach, it will also lay out workout structures, it'll have a workout syllabus and explanations for each exercise so that you can properly explain to your clients. If you've never checked out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, I definitely recommend that you click on that image right there, as it is going to be the best resource that you can get as a fitness professional to see success in your career. But when it comes to intensity of the workouts, I can't exactly say that you want to give your client a specific rep scheme or give your client a specific weight, because I don't work necessarily by rep scheme, I work more by time. However, you want to kind of watch your client. You don't want them to get to the point where they're trying too hard. That face that the client is making in the thumbnail of that video, and by the way, the trainer isn't me, that's Dovet from the Biggest Loser. If your client is making that face, they're working too hard on their first day. You don't want them to get to that point. If they're feeling lightheadedness, dizziness, nausea, you need to peel back a little bit. Even if they say, I'm feeling a little lightheaded, but I'm okay, that's your sign to peel way, way, way back, because you want to use that as your test day and see how they feel the day after. If they're not overly sore, if they can walk, if they can, get through the next workout, then you're fine and you can make the intensity a little bit higher. But if they're making the ugly face, if they're making the face while they're exercising, that's not what they need. They need to be making that face when they send you their food journal and you review it. So make sure that you don't focus too much on the exercise. Clients think that more is more. They think more sweat is more. They think more weight is more. They think more yelling is more. They think more exercise is more. And that's not the case. Better nutrition is more, coupled with good exercise, responsibly planned. So if you need help with that, I definitely recommend that you check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course. But I think you'll be okay as long as you make sure that you don't smoke out your client. So I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, comment below. The comments are what fuel a lot of the content that you see for this YouTube channel. So if you have any questions or if you want to piggyback on this video, feel free to do so below. Also, questions tend to help other trainers. I'm starting to see trainers answer other people's questions in the comment section, and I'm all about that, as that's what I want this YouTube channel to be. So keep in contact, keep communicating, keep asking questions, and of course, I'll be back next week with a new video, as long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels low, get rest, don't slap anybody, love your client, they'll love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.